Come on, don't be difficult. I think that'll work. Seems like it's angled a little high, but yes, I know. I'm a little early. I'm a little undone. I'm a little, yeah. Been that kind of day. Oh my goodness, has it been that kind of day? So we shall see when everybody gets here, how that's gonna be. And I'm gonna set my laptop up. I'm gonna try not to sneeze at you all. uh, Hi, Marcy, how are you? I'm hanging in there. Um, Definitely hanging in there. Hi, Val. How are you? I've been doing a lot. I managed to get 2 boxes of books out of here. One of them being a box of hardbacks and the other one all paperbacks. So, hello, Melody. How are you? I haven't seen you in a while. But I tried because we instead of going down tomorrow, I went down today. So I dropped off books. Mike went with me so that he could lift up the boxes, and we picked up the boxes from the friend's mother, and the hernias are still there. I have to call and get the CAT scan scheduled, and that's that's going to be fun. But this time they went ahead and okayed it without having to have an ultrasound first, which is great because an ultrasound is a lousy way to see about a hernia. It doesn't show up well, so it's kind of somewhat pointless. But that's what they wanted. And okay, so Marcy, because I went tonight today instead of going tomorrow, I have to change the date now on that book sale that was going to end tonight. That's going to be extended to I'll extend that to like Monday or Tuesday. And so I have to fix the date on that. So the current book sale that is the $2 and $3 craft and kids books, that is still, even though the date on it right now says tonight, that's going to get extended. Because I was supposed to go tomorrow morning and Mike was going to load the car tonight, but the person who was going to unload the car for me thought better of it and said, you know, maybe that's not such a good idea because tomorrow they'll be at the fair site building all the booths, and vendors will be coming in for the antique market and put their stuff up, and you might have a hard time getting the car up close to Guild Hall. And I'm like, yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. So we did it this evening, and we went down. We picked up the ones from my friend's mother, and I picked a few things out because she said I could for resell for you guys. We'll see what we got. But all this running around and trying to get through stuff and is just made for a fun week. And and I was still kind of recovering from tripping over Gimli last week, that little brat. That was just a lot. That's right. For those coming in, don't forget to be in all messages so that way you are lined up with the chat. Because I don't know why that's not the default. I really don't. It's kind of ridiculous that that is not the default. And let me get out of this one, because that was a last second scout thing. And oh, my eBay is still open, but they don't end for another. That book has another day and 19 hours, and those other things have 2 days. I actually have a M.A. Hadley plate up in my eBay store, and it's in perfect condition, not a scratch on it. And so I put it a little lower than what I've seen other ones of that particular pattern sell for, but nobody snagged it yet. So it has 2 days to go. Though this time of year, I don't really expect a $55 plate to go very quickly. And I haven't gotten any new listings on to my eBay store since I put those Hershey, PA 1930s linen postcard lots up. Though I did get 2 messages about them, that they were impressed with the amount of research information I had put on those lots, because I was able to pinpoint exactly like between what year some of the stuff had been built. So it had to be from this particular time. That's how I know they're all from the 30s. And I know the ones from the Rose Garden have to be at least at the earliest 1937, because that's when the Rose Garden at Hershey was built, on the Hershey estate. I don't know that Rose Garden is still there. I don't know. I mean, because Hershey Park now is your typical amusement park, but it was not that early on. The amusements were way different. They had an arena, they had a stadium, they had all kinds of fun stuff. Oh, I'm not in the right YouTube. Switch account. I'm back up to 1,150 subscribers. Thank you. Because, you know, the eBay being what it is, it does occasionally dock you some people. My channel. There we are. Now I can see the chat a lot. Oh, dock you some people. Hang on. My channel. No, pause. There we are. Stop. I knew I was forgetting something. I forgot to turn the volume way down. There we go. Now put it on playback speed 125. That'll get it caught up. Give myself a thumbs up. Yay. And put myself properly in live chat. There we go. So who we got today? So Marcy, Val, Nora, Melody, the other Nancy. Hello. Haven't seen you in a while. Hello, Nancy Smith. Jeanette's here. Sherry's here. Hello, everyone. So today it's going to be I never looked at any of it up. We are literally going to just take it right out of the box. I have a box of stuff that I picked up yesterday and picked some stuff up for her and took some stuff to Goodwill for her. And as usual, she lets me sort through. So there's some stuff in this box that I just, oh, this looks good, and I just toss it in the box and brought the box in. But I haven't looked any of it up, and I know some of it. I know there's some tissue paper that's in there that's for packing material. But other than that, I got no idea. I don't remember what I threw in there. I think there might be a little bit of Christmas stuff. I don't know. We'll find out. I did find some. I've been in going through all these boxes looking for stuff. I did find one of the boxes that Michael had packed a lot of little stuff in, and um, was thrilled because now there are some people I can. Nora, I don't even have a Tosh t-shirt. I do have to look into that because the ones on TeePublic, I have some shirts on TeePublic, but I only see everything's free, like they do all the costs and everything, but I only see like $2 or $4 a shirt. Most of their stuff is on sale all the time, so you only see $2 a shirt. So I have to research what's the other one? I know Bonfire has issues in that you have to, there's a setup fee and all that. But I noticed a lot of YouTube channels in the reseller community use Teespring, and I think I can have you guys a little too far back. There we go. So I may have to look at Teespring, but I really wanted somebody where you could do more than shirts. And a friend of mine has some of her gorgeous jellyfish pictures from scuba diving on TeePublic. So that's why I thought I'd give it a try. And actually, since we're talking about it, my account no, I don't need to get 20% off. I want to find my storefront. There's my storefront. Now, when you look at it to the left, there's all kinds of things. You can get magnets, phone cases. Oh, I should look it up and see if I can get a phone case that fits my new phone. So there's only 4 images. But one of them's a photo. There we go. One of them's a photo that I absolutely love, that I took on a path in Rose Valley, PA. And it just was so perfect that day because one side is like really dark and the other side is sunlight. And it was like, it just to me was so cool because, you know, that's life. You know, there's always, we walk through shades of gray. One side's darker, one side's lighter, and we're trying to walk through the middle. But Mama the raccoon is one of the images. Hello, Warren. And there's a baby Arwen. She looks like a sphinx because her ears look so big. She has finally grown into those ears. So there's one of the kittens, and then of course there's the house. The 1911 image of my house is in there. But oh, I can't look. Now those phone cases, I don't know. My phone case is a little rectangular. It's not an iPhone. It's a Motorola something. Yeah, there's Galaxy and there's iPhone on there. And that seems to be all they have. And their thing is a square where you need all of the for the camera. Roman, hello. How are you today? But the nice part though on TeePublic, while I don't make much, I did like that you have so many options there. When I can, I'm going to order like all the magnets. I do want all the magnets. And I'm actually thinking about getting myself a mug of the house and the path of life. Though actually, probably just of the house. But then if I do that, I think my siblings might want one. Actually, I should email that to my siblings, shouldn't I? Here, want a picture of the house? Spring crowd mate. Now, I've never heard of juniper. Hi, Katie. Welcome back. Welcome, welcome. So, well, I noticed on TeePublic, if you when you go into phone case and you go in to change the types, they have several different Galaxy phones, but you have to scroll all the way down because it's at the bottom of the list of iPhones. So they have that. Yes, I am drinking a Monster tonight. Mike and I made a special trip to Wawa because I was just falling asleep. Normally, I have a salad every day, but I can't wait for midnight. August, there is a thing. There is an August slump for reselling, whether it's Etsy, Poshmark, maybe not Whatnot because that's still so new, but eBay even. Usually in August there is a slump, and boy, have I had a slump. But that'll pick up because starting at midnight, it's the fourth quarter. People start kicking into gear wanting to shop for Christmas and holidays. So I did get to see the moon tonight. It's gorgeous out there because last night we had too much cloud cover and I couldn't see it. But you could see it tonight. It was beautiful and bright, and I missed the days. As a child, my bed was right underneath a window. And my mom says I used to scooch down the bed as the moonlight moved. Or actually, I would scooch up the bed. I would sleep like way down at the foot of the bed. And as the moonlight moved, I would like scooch up the bed in my sleep, but I would move with the moonlight. So right now, where I'm at, the room I'm in, they don't have any moonlight. It's no fun. So we have 24 tonight. That's great. So many people came in since the very beginning. I will let you know. And actually, I'll just change it while we're talking. Because I went and took books to the Arden Fair today, the book sale of the craft and kids books, that is going to change. It was supposed to only be good until tonight, but now, what is Tuesday's date? Because they're usually good till Tuesday. So Tuesday would be September 5th. Sale good until, so we got to change this to 9/05/23. Change that. And so far, only 2 books from that sale had been claimed. And I got to tweak the, sorry here, I've got to realize I have to tweak the description. There we go. So there you go. Everybody has more time now to check out that email and see if there's anything they want, either for the ephemera value or there you go. Hi, Linda. So there you go. The book sale with all those craft books, all those vintage ones, and some of them are geared towards kids, some of them are not. I think most of them are kind of like half and half. But they're only $2 and $3. Some of them have some really cool ideas in them, but Warren got there first. He got his too, and then he wanted. But I just changed the date, so that'll be good until Tuesday, since we went today and got rid of books to the Arden Fair. The Arden Fair itself, if you're in anywhere near Arden, Delaware, which is in northern Delaware, near the PA line, the big folk fair is Saturday. Rain date is Sunday. I wish I could gotten a t-shirt. The art for this year's t-shirt is gorgeous. It's Art Nouveau style. It's beautiful, but not this year. And they did ask me, he's like, when are you coming back? I haven't worked on that book booth in years. I spent 15 years running that thing. But the one woman who's running it now, she just had a heart surgery. So she's looking for a replacement. I'm not doing it. I would not be able to do the lifting. So, okay. So for tonight, as I said, we have stuff that we're basically doing this right out of the boxes. The first thing I have is I have a stack of magazines and a couple of books that are like this high. We're gonna toss them up and see what happens. Where's my numbers? I need my little number slips. One of my numbers is still over there. I'll give them a good shuffle. Hello, Maria. How are you? I'm hanging in there. I'm a lot better than I was last week after having fallen over Gimli. But I'm amazed that my knee didn't bruise. It better, considering I literally washed it in the sink 20 minutes ago. I thought I was getting a shower today, and it just never happened. It just never. I'm back to dressing up again. Feels good to dress up again. Have a nice button-down shirt. I have a, okay. So this is really old. This is carved ivory. And this is a lotus flower. And this is from Japan. From, this particular one, though, is from before Aunt Michiko, because this had been my great-grandmother's, and she got it. There's pictures we know that were from the 1920s that she was already wearing it, so we know it's from, she had it sometime before. I think that picture said Christmas 24. I haven't looked at it in a long time. So we know it's at least from the early 20s, at the very least. So, but I thought, yeah, I have that box of goodies, which you saw a video of my, the good jewelry, which, like I said, a lot of that, some things are things I found. One piece I said I thought was amber colored glass. Well, I got together with one of my nieces because I wanted to know that, at some point she's going to inherit some of this, because a lot of those pieces came down the line through the women. They weren't inherited from the male line. They've come down through the female line. And that one pin, I kept looking at it. I was like, the whole thing's set in sterling. Why would you set glass in sterling? So when I was with my one niece, there was a jewelry shop not far from her house, and we had to pass it to go to lunch. And so we stopped in, and she had the guy look at it. It's not glass, it's a topaz. It's real. Well, that was a surprise. I always kind of wondered, because if it were glass, there's not a chip on this thing. Glass, after all these years, would have probably chipped on the pointy little corners, but turns out that sucker's real. So, for my sales, just as a reminder to everybody, my email is right here. If you haven't bought in a long time or are new to buying from me during a live sale, make sure you email me your name, your YouTube name if it's different, your mailing address, and I need to know, thank you for the hearts. I need to know what address. What's your shipping address? I invoice through PayPal. If you don't have a PayPal account, that's okay. You can go in through PayPal as guest. I think at that point, though, you have to use a credit card to pay for it, because otherwise they, if you have an account, you've already linked a bank account to it. All the little hearts. Is Nora playing with the hearts again? So you can do that. I am working really hard and I've been trying to be so careful with my back so that we don't have any major relapses, so that I am chipping away at the backlog, and I have gotten more stuff out of here faster. I'm still getting there. You can see why, though. It is a challenge, not just because of my spine. We're trying to figure out, Mike's task this weekend is he's got to go do stuff for his job for Scouts Saturday morning, but Saturday afternoon, because we've gotten the packing room on the 3rd floor opened again, which is probably where all the cats are right now, because I left the door open. To them, that's a whole playground, all those boxes. He's going to see if there's a way to raise the table, because the table I have right now, it's too low for my back. I can either bend to the ground or I could be here. I really can't do any kind of half or like this without causing pain. So his job this weekend is to get it so that that table can be raised, whether we've got to get a couple of cinder blocks or something, I don't know. He's going to figure it out and take care of it so that I will have a packing table again, and I can use that as the packing room, since that's where most of the boxes are. And that should speed things up so much, to be able to get back to where I have up there again. Because I haven't, I mean, for what? Well, since the pinched nerve. So it's been 2 years since I've really been able to use that room for my packing. So that is going to be a huge help. That is one great thing checked off. If we could get me back in there over the weekend, I will be so happy. So, now, the other thing about tonight, if you see something that you really think I should have as an offer, you can always just put offer in the chat, put it in all caps, and then we'll make it, instead of a set price, we'll make it an offer up. So, know this, magazines can't go media mail. And some of this stuff, I have some older magazines that are Christmas that were given to me today. I remember these. I remember these too. Oh, goodness. I'm so tempted to keep this one just to make it. Okay, so I remember this one now. It's got a little fading right there from the sun, and it looks like an address label was ripped off. This is the Good Housekeeping, December 1977. You can have it for whatever you want it for, to resell the ads, to make whatever the craft items are. Oh, look, it has the, I remember reading them. I can't remember who the artist is, though. Stanley and Jess Berenstain, the ones that do Berenstain Bears. So, and of course it has all the recipes, some clothing. Oh, there's a folded page in there. Couple of folded pages. Come on. I'm looking for what's the craft thing. There's always a craft thing. But it is the Christmas issue. Where's your craft pages? Centerpieces, pretty door decor. I saw the panels go by for the pattern. That's the hard part. You know, sometimes I see lots of patterns going past. Where's the picture of the cool stuff? You know, that's why we like seeing what the crafty things were. Party popcorn? No. Why would you put marshmallows on top of baked beans? That's just wrong. That's no. Hey, this is cool. There's a thing of a dream of dolls, and it has the ages. These are all vintage dolls, and it has their ages. I like the Betty Boop in the corner. Betty Boop is from 1932. Dorothy and Scarecrow from 1939. A Patsy Ann doll. That's cool. You're really hiding on me. You're really, really hiding on me. Oh, that's the pages that were folded. Okay, you turkeys. So there's a whole thing on the 15 different ways to do wreaths. That's part of the folded part. A portrait of Christmases past. Now, there are some cool images here. Unfortunately, they were folded. And they are different years of Good Housekeeping and the cover art. I don't know. That doesn't seem like a super hard crease, but that still might be hard to get that out of there. So this is going to be, let's see, we have to consider it has creased pages and it's got a rip on the cover. So we're going to make Good Housekeeping, December 1977. We're going to make this one $2. $2 for that one. I caused a book avalanche over here. Let's put this back here. I'll do that. Now the other one, look at these snowmen. Oh, that's why I said maybe I should keep that one. Where are the snowmen? Oh, look, there's a transfer. I remember that transfer. My mother actually used that transfer. It was on a sweatshirt for me, and then she made little white pinafore aprons for Sarah and Jennifer, and had these three across the two across the bib part, and then there was a pocket, so the third one was on the pocket. My mom actually had used the ones in her copy of this magazine. It does have, same thing. There's always a lot of cool crafts. You better show me those snowmen. So many recipes in the December ones. Always so many recipes. Now, I've sold these directly out of magazines. The old Fisher Price ads. I'm always surprised, but boy, those have sold. Because some of Mom's magazines years ago, they were so looked through, and she would make a lot of the stuff that the spines had all cracked and fallen apart. These, however, are in good shape. So when it came time to go through and purge all that, I sold a lot of the pages with ads on them. Hi, CDC. Don't you love that? That's a birdhouse. That was sent to me by a viewer, and I absolutely love it. And I'm never giving it up. Where are you? Okay. Oh, look, trimmings in Victorian style. And they tell you how to make them. Those are cool. These are some of the craft things. You know what's funny is, like, I'm seeing some of the stuff that friends of mine are posting on their Facebook about what they're making for the craft fairs that'll be starting now. And I'm laughing because some of them are very retro 70s. And they said that's what the trend is starting to be. Oh yeah, the Christmas magazines today, it's all about the cooking. It's all about the cooking. I want to know where the heck are those snowmen from the front cover. I want them. I want them. All instructions in this issue. Well, where? Darn it, I just leafed through the whole thing. Because I would make those. I definitely would make those. Okay. Let's see if we can find it. Articles. Christmas Doll, which is a play for children to perform. Features and fiction. Christmas gifts to buy. Those are always fun to look at. Tree posies, which are tiny dried flower arrangements. They teach you how to do that. The Victorian tree ornaments. Pop-up Christmas cards. They have directions for that. They have the poinsettias. Terry cloth dolls. Those are somewhere in here. But I don't see anything that tells me, well, because, I mean, look at the kid. These are sizable. And I have a Santa that's this size. So I would love to make them and have them to go with the Santa that's hiding in my attic. That's what I was looking for, Maria. I was looking at the thing going, well, what page is it on? But it didn't actually say, which surprised me. Very annoying. They should have said so. If you put it on the cover, you should say exactly where it is. Because see, like they've got this little picture, but they don't actually say in the index where it is. So let's see if, let's see, 196 is one page. Let's see if it's on there. No, that's with the transfers. Oh, there's more transfers. Look at, I don't remember these. I do remember the poinsettia, but I guess I remember the poinsettia because I actually had something that she made with that one. And then what was the other page? $44 is Merry Makeables. Maybe they're there. Nope, that's clothing and sweaters. Things for your hair. So, give it one last chance. Page 109 says it's the best decorations ever. And we're going to see if it is. Okay, that's things for your door. Nope. They don't have the great big ones. Huh. Well, I'll be taking a look page by page then at some point because I want to copy that page. So this one is in good shape. It has the transfer there. Everything is there. It is from December 1978. But you know what? We're going to give this one the same great $2 price point. And this one is number 26 for $2. And if somebody buys it, I'm going to find that. Because white fleece, I just have to know, how do you make them so they stand up? They could go with my Santa that's in the attic. It's not a button. It's a piece of carved ivory with a lotus flower on it. And it's all If you could see it up close, you could see all the tiny lines of the carving knife. It's all hand carved. It's a piece from my great-grandmother from sometime. There's a picture from, I think, 1924 at Christmas with her wearing it. There are some later pieces that were gifts that Aunt Michiko gave to her mother-in-law, to her new her new aunts when she married into the family. And at that point in time, Nana was still alive. So there's a beautiful bracelet that she gave to Nana that I now own. Oh, Marcy wants number 26. Okay. Now, I don't know if these would be any interest. They are fun to look through. There's 3 decorating books. Easy to do decorating. I question that one. I'll show you why. So this is from 1973. Now, I don't mind the curtains, but they put up a wooden valance all the way across, but they actually have curtains to go over the fireplace. I would be leery of having fabric that close to my fireplace. I don't mind the idea of having a curtain because when our fireplace, all the time growing up, when our fireplace was not in use, my mom had a really old wool blanket that she would fold and put over the screen, because I never realized it growing up, but we never had any flue that opened and closed. It was just straight shut up. No wonder the house was always so cold growing up. But this one has how to slip cover a wingback chair. It has interesting pictures. That better be a paper mache horse, because that's going to be awful heavy. Boy, the fabrics you could get in the 70s. They were really into the giant flowers, weren't they? Really into them. But I do still think that these are fun to look at. They're a lot of fun if you do junk journaling. This one actually has a needlepoint pattern in it, which is for this great big eagle. Pity they put that in black and white. So they have some pages that they made a point of doing that are recycling. And they have Recliner Revolution. They're actually telling you ways to change the fabric or change how it looks. I wonder if they painted the leather one. That used to be a thing where you would take old leather furniture and you would paint it. They have things like how to disguise bad views, which I crack up because what they did is they just they put inside little shutters and just shut them. Which I wanted to do for my kitchen. There is a thing in here too on really cool article on vintage clocks. So, this is easy to do decorating, fall, winter, 1973. This one's going to be $2, number 29. $2, number 29. Stay. I just realized that I put the one that Marcy wanted. I put it in the same pile. I'm like, that's going to cause trouble for speed round. Now this one is 1001 decorating ideas, gifts and gifted wrappings for you to make. I used to take so much fun in these. So I've never seen this magazine before. I don't know who published you. You're not one of a Conso publication. I've never heard of them. Oh, yeah. Must be from the 70s. Look at the mustard yellow kitchen. Oh my, yeah, no, mustard yellow, avocado green rugs. Yeah, you've got to be a book from the 70s. Let's see if we can find the page with all the info. Your pages can't be that thick. This has to be 2 pages. No, your pages are that thick. Okay. Are you? Technical difficulties here. All right. Oh, there it is. Fall Winter, book number 27. We have a year, 1968. Look, these are still in fashion. Having those fancy rods to hold up curtains, that's still a thing. So this is 1968. So I'm slightly older than this book. Have lots of great images. You know, you can still find this furniture. This really heavy furniture like that. You can still find that around. Oh, look at this Hallmark ad. Look at the angels. That's pretty cool looking. Where's some fun pictures here? Hey, is that one of those trees? Floral mates. Oh, wow. It's a Sirocco. Honestly, I learned about these from watching Jocelyn at Crazy Lamp Lady. So these metal trees for on your wall, that's a huge one. This is an ad for one of them. Those suckers can be in the hundreds to buy now. If they're in good shape, oh, and that's a big one, but they are SYROCO. Sirocco was the name of the company, and they used to make all these metal sculpture things that were inexpensive, but not totally inexpensive, but they were, you know, it's cheaper than having made to order art. And wow, they are so pricey now. So there's 1,001 shopping ideas, and I laugh because it's all little black and white ads. Modern versus contemporary. Now, if you deal with furniture, that's a 1929 chair with all that chrome. And then that's an Eames. Know him. Now that chair now is worth about 150, depending on who the maker. Now that one is architect Eero Soranen, so that one's probably worth a lot more than that. It's got a lot of that 1960s modern furniture, which is so pricey now. When I worked at the Delaware Art Museum, we had a special exhibition that was just on chairs. And let me tell you, the art of that, some of those chairs were stunning looking works of art. Is that a sunken living room? You got to take a few steps down to get into it. So you've got some nice things. Hello, Bonnie. Your grandmother used to have one. Willow tree. Oh, wow. That's cool. Oh, I like this, but I don't like this. Daisies everywhere. So even the floor is a daisy pattern, but the floor is shades of blue. And then everything else is that light green. Michael would like the light green, and I would not. Oh, wow, Maria, you found one? Yeah, $50. That's not bad. That's about the going rate, depending on the size of it. Ah, Bonnie, your fur baby's making you late? Shh, my fur babies aren't anywhere around. I think that may be because I left the room to the third floor packing room open, so they have a new playground that they haven't been allowed in a long while. So basically you get the idea. Now this is a bit much for me. They took parts of board games. They took the boards and cut them all apart, and they glued them all over the drawers and the side of it. I mean, it's interesting. I don't know that I would do that. They have a thing about checkpoints for wood furniture. I really was looking for the... I always like when they do things like with presents. Okay, here we go. I love doing this kind of stuff. I used to always do this. I used to do really cool. And I would take inspiration from like these old magazines. So it got me into trouble working at Walden Books because when people wanted their gifts wrapped, they always wanted me to do it. So, okay, so the 1968, this is 1001 decorating ideas. This one was 1960. No, not 1986, 1968. Get your numbers right, Nancy. My goodness. Okay, so it's from 1968, but it's $2 and it's number 66. WDX. What? Marcy, what are you saying? Oh, your beagle's been causing you. Oh, he's 13 now? That's old for a beagle. Beagles are sweet, though. They're very sweet pups. Okay, so we'll pass on that decorating book. Here is A Better Homes and Gardens, December 1975. And it says Christmas Across America 200 years later. That's such a sweet little picture. So this one, BHG, December 1975. Okay, so, oh look, it's even still got its coupons in there. Great, great for junk journaling stuff. And recipes with that great pocket post, as long as I didn't hide anyone. Oh, that's true. As long as you didn't hide anybody. Some nice color images to use. I've been told that people like using these older ones for junk journaling because something about the glue, like some of the new magazines, if you put glue on the pages on the images you want to use, that sometimes it kind of goes translucent and you can see the image on the other side. Oh, look, the dreaded holiday fruitcake, complete with a coupon to get Pillsbury's bread mix to make a cheater holiday fruitcake. So there's a ton of ads. Is that Ilky Summers? I think that's Ilky Summers. Oh, it is. It is Ilky Summers for Special K. ton of recipes in this one. More than in the other one. Holiday breads from many lands. Hello, Gimli. Folk art. Little article on folk art for around the home for Christmas. You're not still hiding upstairs? The Mood, Modern, the Crafts, Magic from Paper. They have a whole thing about using tissue paper and how to dye it to get those patterns and use those as wrapping paper. I remember doing that. Oh, wow. So the instructions for this stuff are in the back. Look at the size of those angels. Now, I mean, it's all calico fabric, but you could make them modern just by changing what fabric you use. But, I mean, there's the sideboard. Those are serious size pieces. I do like the design, though. Just not my choice of fabrics that I would use. And then this is a giant package with ribbons. But I do like those angels. Those are pretty cool. And the directions are in here for those, as well as the giant package. There's a whole big photo spread of different cities, different Christmas, what they do for different things, different churches, different creeds. Old Meowbix ad, full page. Giant Christmas ball. So now you can see it's got some fading, some sun fading there. So this one is $2 for the 1975 Better Homes and Gardens December issue. $2, number 48. Hello, sir. You're laying on them. Excuse me, your little highness. Oh no, I better not call you your highness. That's the doctor's name. Because, Doctor is the princess. Doctor is definitely the princess. Excuse me, sir. Hey, Gimli, I need those. Get off of them. I'm trying to sell those. Excuse me, sir. That one should sell. I didn't even look that one up. So we'll just sit that one there. Give. Yes, give it back. What do you mean by putting your paw on it to keep me from pulling it? Give me the pile. Thank you, sir. Yeah. Oh my. Okay, let me see something here. Oh, now you're going to turn your back on me. He's annoyed. We know what year this one is. Oh, can you make the print? Oh, and it's in Roman numerals. Can you make the print any tinier? 1950, 60, 1975. Okay. Because I want to know so that I give you, I don't overestimate. Oh, Marcy wants 48. I can't sell Gimli. Gimli is Michael's cat. But Frodo and Arwen really needs a new home. She's getting bullied by the boys. I ended up having her sleep in my room last night because Frodo was chasing her all over the house. And you could tell when the roughhousing gets too rough by the tone of the snarling that's going on. And he was getting too rough. So I had to like put a stop to that. So she slept in my room with me. Okay, so if that's what these are going for, then we're gonna half that. Okay, I know this particular thing is very collectible. The Ideals books for the holidays. This is the 1970, what did I say, 1973? That quick, I forgot it. Look, brain like a squirrel today. No, 1975, Ideals Christmas Cookbook. Now, Ideals put stuff out for years for holidays. There's actually an odd magazine page. I have no idea why, but that's in there. So to give you guys a fair price, I quick looked at it because I didn't want to overestimate it because I know some of these certain ones of the Ideals books. Sometimes you get lucky for some reason. There's certain ones that tend to sell for about $10. This isn't one of them. So this is going to be 1975 Ideals Christmas. So this one is going to be $3 to make it fair to everybody. So this one is $3 and is number 85. Now this one is the Ideals Christmas Cookbook. There are other ones that I know are worth more that I think have all the holiday stuff in them, but I've never seen an Ideals Cookbook before. Oh, check out the White Santa. That's kind of cool. And look at, I saw somebody sell one of them a couple months ago on their live sale. That glassware. Can't go wrong with white and clear glass because you can doll it up for any holiday you want. Oh yeah, Ideals. They definitely could have been. So this one was $3, number 85. And we need to get the one Marcy wanted out of there. We shall put you right there. Now this one is another slim one that this is just going to be $2. This is from, seriously, no year? You ain't got a year? You got a nice lot of ornaments, but you ain't got a year. Okay, so this is Reader's Digest, Christmas decorating ideas. Look at all the goodies on that tree. Those are so cool. There's a dancing Santa that kind of has the flocked, the red parts all flocked. Plastic reindeer, I remember them. Just a freestanding single deer. Yeah, I remember them. Those were out in the 60s a lot. Really surprised that there's no date anywhere. Selected and condensed from Family Circle with the cooperation of its editors. So I'm going to give you a quick rundown of what's in here. An old-fashioned wreath, a pine cone and wheat wreath, a calico wreath, how to enlarge the patterns, topiaries, punch bowl wreath, formal swag, holiday basket, how to make your own mistletoe ball. If you have cats, don't do that. No. Mistletoe, or even if you have dogs, don't do that. Real mistletoe, those berries are very, very bad. How to buy and care for your Christmas tree, a silver foil angel, a silver foil bauble, a fantasy pair. we so have to look up that one. Silver foil bird, cookie decorations, ribbon ornaments, wood stick ornaments, orange weave star, Polish egg, Ecuadorian dough ornaments, Taiwanese sunburst, Martinique crèche, Austrian advent wreath, Mexican lanterns, and swinging stockings. And it has the it has the instructions for all of it. So the first thing I open up is the swinging stockings. And look at that. Where are you? Where are you shoving the presents? I guess it's in his tummy because he has a fish. He's made of felt. So I guess it's like a kangaroo kind of thing, and you shove the gifts in his stomach. That's just strange, but it's better than shoving them down his head. Oh, the Mexican lanterns are kind of cool because they're done with tin cans. Wait, this way. And they're electrified. That's kind of cool. They actually tell you how to fit lights down in there. Oh, the fantasy pair, that's kind of a... So apparently you can spray paint the whole thing gold or silver. That was not what I was expecting. Oh, these I would imagine would be hard to make. This is all foil. My cats would steal that thinking it was one of their toys because they make things that look suspiciously like that as toys for cats now. Where is that egg? There's the mistletoe ball. The wreaths. What page was the egg? 22. Okay. I don't know about you guys, but when I think of Polish eggs, I think of those really incredible eggs that, you have to do the wax and then you dye one color and you take the wax, you cover certain areas with more wax and then you dye it the next color. That is absolutely not what this is. This is... Where are you putting the buttons? It says you need small white buttons, yellow split peas, green split peas, lentils. No, this looks like something sounds like something for the birds, but that's the egg. That's the egg. And it's all made with and it is on an egg shell. You actually need to blow the egg in order to get the goat out of the egg out of it. You know how much strength of blowing it in you need to get that egg out of there. God, I used to have to do that with my mom. It drove me crazy. Oh, Marcy's been busy. Somebody misbehaved? Marcy? What the heck happened to Marcy? Val? What, Val, what did you do? You timed Marcy out for 300 seconds. I don't even know how long that is. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Pisanki is the type of egg. Val, what did you do? Oh, maybe Val put her phone in her pocket. So, So the Reader's Digest Christmas ideas. I mean, it's cool that it's better than the other ones. It is completely full of stuff. Yeah, chat just went crazy because Marcy had put in the last couple of comments, and they weren't anything bad, but she just somehow Val put her in timeout. Oh wow, what a night. So we had Marcy, who was pocket. She had one weird message early on that just said WEDX, and she said, "I'm sorry, my phone was carrying my phone in my pockets." Now Val fell asleep and hit the wrong button. Oh my goodness. Val, is there any way, because see, I can't take her out of that. I can't take her out of YouTube jail. But you might be able to if you hit the 3 dots after any one of her messages. I don't know, you might be able to take her out of YouTube jail. It basically erased everything that Marcy had said. And it's because I could see it because it's my feed, but it says message deleted by, and Val accidentally put her in. Now, how long is 300 seconds? See, how long is 300 seconds? I can't do math without writing it down. Okay, wait a second. 300, what, divided by 60? Well, 260s is 120. Oh my goodness, doesn't that come out to being like 5 minutes? Yeah, that comes out to be like 5 minutes. Oh, poor Marcy. I mean, I'm laughing about it, but I've had it happen to me, and I've actually done it to somebody myself, where I accidentally put them in timeout. But I don't think it timed them out for that long. There you go, Nora. We can blame it on the full moon because it is a huge super blue moon. We will blame it on the moon. So, oh my goodness. All right. So let me eye up what else is here. I don't know that you'll want to see those because you weren't too keen on the other decorating. And that's Betty Crocker. We're doing that. That's a party games. We're doing that. So, oh. All right. So I'm surprised Marcy hasn't emailed me going, what happened? Okay. So, the Reader's Digest Christmas decorating ideas is going to be $2 and is number 14. $2, number 14 for that one. Stick that there. Now, you know what's going to happen? Marcy's going to come back in, and suddenly she'll have like all these numbers of stuff. She might. I don't know. She does like her paper stuff. I was so tempted to keep this because I love to bake. But if I have a lot of cookbooks I have not gotten through yet. But I'm telling you, this was so tempting. My oven doesn't even work. Need to get that fixed. Mike's thinking about it. Maybe I should just say, why don't you just get it fixed for my birthday and not give me anything? His birthday was the 28th. So he is now 29 years old. That's what gets you, not yourself getting older, but when the kid you raised since he was 2, he's 29 now. Okay, Maria. Maria, do I have your information? If not, make sure you send me an email. That's the email you need, so that I have your name, your address, your email for PayPal, because I invoice through PayPal. But that way I can get an invoice out to you. So the next one we have is this one. Good Housekeeping's Cake Lovers Cookbook. Okay, now if you don't like clowns, look away for a second. But there's some nice cakes on the back. Though when I first saw this one, I thought it was like a roast pig, but it's not. It's just a really, really large log. But it is full of gorgeous cakes. It's from 1967, and it has so many cake images in here. Some of them really nicely decorated. And where's one of the, you've got ones like that where you layer it. That's a strawberry shortcake. Don't they all look yummy? Look how nice these all look. The nice part of some of these old books is that they have different types of not ice cream, frosting. They have different types of frosting, because a lot of the modern cookbooks don't have more than maybe 3 or 4 frostings. Look at all those little suckers. It's like Alice in Wonderland. They should have "Eat Me" written on them. But they, like this one is pretty cool too. It's a guardhouse, and then they give you the detail of how to make the guardsman. Isn't that cool looking? That one caught my eye. I have to admit, that one really caught my eye. This is really cute too. The whole little gazebo. So there's, hey, that's cool. I know how to do that basket weave with icing. It takes forever. Looks like the flowers are not icing, thank goodness. So there's, you're not gonna tell me how many pages? There's 64 pages. A lot of really awesome, awesome cakes in there. So this is the Good Housekeeping Cake Lovers Cookbook. Now, I know what this one's worth. So this one's going to be a little higher. We've been doing great having all these little $2 ones. But this one is a $5 book. So this one is $5 and is number 63. $5, number 63. It's surprising when you start getting into cookbooks and stuff and seeing the prices just for some of them just go higher and higher. Maria, you got number 14. That's why I had said make sure you email me with your information, because you were the only one that came in for number 14, which was this one. That was that one. That was number 14, and you have that. But I need to have you need to email me your information. And then this one is number 63 and is $5. Because, oh, somebody used this one for pressing a leaf or two. Are there any others in there I don't know about? There's the third one. Nope, that's it. Okay. This one's also from 1967. It's about the same size, so I'm guessing that they're about I have a trash can for these nicely pressed maple leaves, but so this is another one. This is same company, Dreamy Desserts. Dreamy, dreamy desserts. Look at all those nice desserts. Honestly, desserts are underrated these days. Well, maybe not that one. Jello. Maybe not. Oh, it's the fall leaves edition. So it has a whole section of gelatins, cold raspberry cream souffles, Grand Marnier souffle. Ooh, hot or cold. 2 different recipes. Cold coffee souffle, hot chocolate souffle. Never saw that one before. They've got in there how to make ice cream cakes, whether it be with a mold or just straight up cake. They have meringues, custards and puddings, dessert pancakes, apple dumplings, cheese swirls, angel pie, cheese pie, a big section on pies, a big section in the beginning on torts. So this has a lot of great stuff. Hazelnut tort, Londonderry cheesecakes. This is Cool Jewel dessert. I don't know how they did that. It's a cool looking top. I don't know how they did it. But this has a lot of really cool things in it. The only thing wrong is some big piece of paper must have been kept inside and it made the inside cover a little dark. So this one is the Dreamy Dreamy Desserts. This one is also $5. And this one is number 46. $5, number 46 for the Dreamy Dessert. Now I've got one more thing. And this one's going to be an offer because every time I have had a Betty Crocker cookbook, no matter what it was, I've usually had several people wanting it. There we go. California. Thank you. Thank you, Maria. But anytime I've had a Betty Crocker's vintage, certain vintage cookbooks, they have always been ones that have needed to be an offer up. So this one's not going to be any different, even though it's parties for children. Never underestimate them, because I found that the cookbooks that are for children or for children's parties, the great part about them is that a lot of the recipes are quick and easy. So if you have a busy night, they're an easy thing to make. So this is Betty Crocker, Parties for Children. I'm going to show you. This is what it is. Look at the color. Honestly, the front cover looks almost new with how vibrant the colors are. We're going to start this. I forgot I took it off the sale, off the thing. We're going to start. Marcy, are you back yet? You should be back by now, Marcy. 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 We're going to start this at 6. The parties for children. I mean, even the spine doesn't look bad. There's a little wear on the bottom corner here. There she is. There's our Marcy. So this has, now it does have a spill here in the front cover. And it looks like the bottom pages got wet. Ah, I didn't realize the pages that went through the pages. But see, this is what happens when you take it right out of the... So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take that out of there. Because this has water damage. None of the pages are sticking together, but there is water damage across the bottom of all of them. So this is just going to be a set price. But, I mean, the graphics are fabulous if you wanted to take it apart for that. But the amount of stuff in there to make is really cool. There's also games like treasure hunt relay, beanbag exchange relay, kangaroo relay, anagram hunts, paper toss, folding the elephant. I'm not sure what that one is. So this one was put out by Golden Press in 1964, but it has how to make tracings, how to enlarge and reduce patterns, how can your kid help, where shall we hold the party, talks all about how you have the kid help figure out who to invite. What about a theme? Shall we make the invitations? Shall we make decorations? Shall we have prizes? What games? Games for younger kids, guessing games, games of skill, hunts, elimination races, relay races, other contests, and then there's games for older children. Now, and at the end of that is the menus and recipes. But so there is a lot. I want to see what they have. Turn this way so you can get a look at the images. I want to see identifying months. Oh, that's cool. So they have to identify the month just on one picture that you pick out ahead of time. So there's a lot of things in here, but there's also a lot of cool graphics. Most of it doesn't seem... Oh, hello. There's some cool images. So most of it seems to be about the games and planning the party. I'm looking for the part about the decorations. That's still on games. Picture lotto. There's invitations. They're all very creative. So you get all of that fun, being that the bottom is water damaged. So let's see. We have a note inside that says Grandmother's Club. Page 51. Okay. Is there a Grandmother's Club in here? Let's see. Page 51. There is. There's a game called Grandmother's Club. So yeah, and it's a game going around in the circle. I don't know what the other thing was that fell out. What's this? Oh, it's a newsletter from 1978 from the Swarthmore Presbyterian Church. I don't think you need that. So we're just going to do this as a straight up price. Okay. And since it does have, like I said, I'm not finding any pages that are sticking together, but it does have that sneaky little water damage all across the bottom inch. It goes up to here. So it comes up about 1 inch up the bottom of every blasted page. So this is going to be $5. We're going to do it as a straight up price instead of an offer. This is going to be all of $5, number 39. $5, number 39. Marcy, I'm tired and I'm punchy. That's why I drank the Monster. I've drank almost the whole thing, too. So, yeah. I just got, I'm punchy tonight. I'm surprised Warren didn't chime in for that book because he could do a lot with those. Warren makes these great little teacher's aid books, and that has a lot of cool graphics that he might be able to do something with. Now, this one is Party Games. Another great cover. Now, it's got a little issue here, little issue up here. This is a Whitman book. And it says more than 250 games with party plans for tots through teens with lively show-how pictures. Still, great cover. I mean, the artwork on the cover. Covers these days just seem so boring. Now, these are not real signatures. These are just, that's the end paper. So there's 100 and, well, let's not count the index. So there's 118 pages of stuff. There's a huge index of games. I mean, the index of games is, okay, the index of games is 3 full pages. This is the index of games. 3 pages of games. So there's a lot hiding in there. My ship came in. There's a game called Murder for Teens. Okay. Squirrel's Tails, Pin the Tail on the Donkey. This one doesn't have as many illustrations as the other one. 4th of July Picnic. It seems like a lot of the ones towards the back here are more for the teens. There are some that are holiday specific because there's a St. Patrick's Day party one. There's one here for Valentine's Day party, which includes a game called Cinderella's Shoe. And I see Roman for the Betty Crocker. My glasses are too bad. P-A-O-L-I-N-O. I want to make sure I write your name down right. And Roman, please make sure you email me with your information. I want to backtrack and see, yes, they do have a Halloween party. What are the games? I got to see what the games are for the Halloween party. So for the Halloween party, of course, you have costume contest, right? You have witch hunt, hide small paper cutouts of cats, pumpkins and witches, oh, thank goodness, around the room. The players in couples march in a large circle to music, and when the music stops, the couples run to find as many cutouts as they can hidden in the room before the music begins again. When it does, they must immediately rejoin the circle or forfeit 2 cutouts. The game continues with players searching whenever the music stops. The end of the game, score the players, 1 point for a pumpkin, 2 for a cat, 3 for a witch. The one with the highest score wins. I could do that with adults. Hit the swinging cat. Oh, okay. So you have beanbags or small rubber balls, and you cut out 4 cats about 6 to 8 inches high out of black construction paper, and you hang them with a pin side by side and a wire or a piece of fishing line, and they have to try to hit them from across the room. What could go wrong with that? Projectiles in your living room. So, Chamber of Horrors. I know that game. Guests must go through a dark room filled with scary things, and then it has a couple of pages where it says, to give you ideas. But so they do have all the holidays in there. They even had a Thanksgiving one. And then as you get towards the front, some of the things are for the younger kids. Like there's a pirate party for the younger kids. These days you could do a pirate party for older kids too. So party games is this is a Whitman book. And we all know Whitman always put out some really good books. Now, this one is also a $5 book for the Whitman Children's Party Games. A lot of these games would be very fun with adults. This is $5, number 18. $5, number 18. Yeah, that's one thing I miss about doing community theater is that theater people love to have parties. Absolutely love to have parties. So there were always somebody would be having a party for a holiday or a cookout. One woman, when she had her house, she had this wonderful, in the side yard, had this wonderful flat spot that was all nice and grass. And she would have a croquet party every spring around, right after, the week after Memorial Day, she'd have a croquet party. Hello, Tammy. So this one is $5, number 18. But yeah, I've been to several pirate parties. One of them was held by the Delaware Art Museum, and they rented an awful lot of my stuff for props. I made mine. I didn't even work for them at that point. But yeah. So now let's see. I had one thing pulled. Oh, no, that's Marianne's box. Come out, wherever you are. I've forgotten all the rest of the words. I forget Glinda's song from I Lost My Pillow. Come back here, you. This chair is beautiful, gorgeous, but very hard. I need my pillow. Well, hello, Noelle. Oh, you know what? Let's see here. Let me get into YouTube. If you like am I spelling this right? No, I didn't spell because you have girl, G-U-R-L. So if you like some serious deep dives into stuff, man, Noelle is the place to go. Her channel is the place to go on some deep dive. Oh, you did one on abalone a month ago. I need to look at that one. Somewhere I have a nice big abalone shell. So this is Noelle's channel. And she has some really great deep dive videos on her channel. I mean, she's done a lot of them as lives. I don't, do you have a playlist that's any of those? Whatnot, Bolo, quick tutorials. Let's Talk About It series is probably it, isn't it? Yeah, look at that. Vintage barware, vintage box purses, collectible Easter, you know, shiny bright ornaments. So vintage lamps, all kinds of stuff. So she has a playlist called the Let's Talk About It series. I think I've watched, no, looking at this, it looks like I've only watched about a third of them. Man, I got a lot to look up. So, but she has some wonderful, wonderful deep dives on those. And she's more tech savvy than I am, so she can actually pulls up pictures and shows you. We all know that I am still not there yet. I have got to figure that out before my birthday party, because on October 26th is a live sale night and my birthday's the 27th. So we're having a party that night. I have giveaways and everything. So it'll be a live sale and a party. But I've got to figure out how you do that. It's how you have stuff that you can pull up and show. No, I don't know how to do that. I have so much technology to learn. You guys may laugh, but this is why my Boy Scouts all say Miss Krause is technology challenged, because I don't know what I'm doing. So I have some sheet music that really is just for using as ephemera. It's not anything particularly fancy. So it's basically, oh God, heart and soul. Oh, how many times did I sit through hearing that from my friend Michael growing up? He's a priest now. Was the only thing he remembered from piano lessons was how to play that. So he'd come over to our house, because they didn't even have, they got rid of the piano at their place, but he'd come play it on ours. And it was the only song he remembered from memory. Drove me nuts for years. So you have all this great sheet music that you could cut apart for junk journaling. You know, the nice part of when you have really nice lines like this, because this one, you've got all these nice lines. So when you're making Christmas decorations, it's really nice to have nice long lines of just notes and not necessarily words. And that's what this one is, because this is for trombone solos and duets. So you don't get the lyrics, but you get nice runs, nice clean runs of music that are maybe 1.25 inches in height that you can use for gluing down on things in junk journals. It's so nice to be able to do that. Now this one, this is for B clarinet solos. Now this one's a lot older. I would love to know what a Japanese sunset sounded like. I don't recognize a single one of these musicians. I don't recognize a single one of these. But this was probably my father's, because we still have his wooden clarinet. So this is from 1928 is the copyright on one of these songs. But yeah, it would have been a lot of the stuff he grew up hearing. So, but again, you've got nice, and these are even smaller. So instead of having both staffs, you just have the G clef. So you can do a lot with these, because with these, instead of having 2 lines, you've just got the one. That's why I paired these together, if you want to use them for that. So these, for the 2 of them, it is so easy. It is just $2, and you get both of them to use for your crafting pleasure. $2, number 36. $2, number 36 for the two things of sheet music booklets that you can cut up and use for crafting however you would like. Now, Kitty's going to have to wake up and move. And Roman, okay. That's what I kind of, weren't you the one that emailed me about a book for your friend? Because I kind of thought the name was familiar and I couldn't, I'm like, don't know why. Because, you know, brain not working today. Weren't you the one that emailed me about the Raggedy Ann book? Uh-huh. I got a very lovely email from her after she got them. She was very happy. Okay. Now, I have to step over a sleeping Gimli who's out cold. And who was here earlier. I don't know if she's still here, but Katie was here when we started. She popped in and said hello and gave me a thumbs up. I have to go get the box that is in the thumbnail picture because now we're going to just start pulling right out of that box and find out what's in there. Because it's stuff that I had picked from the whirlwind of taking stuff to a charity for her yesterday. And it was some of the stuff that I just like very quickly just, you know, pulled out. I do know that some of it's just tissue paper for me to use to wrap things, but let me go get it. Talks amongst yourselves. Okay, here. Don't you move, cat. Oh, my short legs don't lift that high, dude. Oy. Okay. I love this box. This is my box. Isn't it great? Mad Elf. This one has some rips, but I kept one that's in great shape, and I have it with my Christmas stuff so that someday when we have a living room again, so when I have a living room again and we have a Christmas tree up, I'm going to stick Mad Elf beer, which I don't drink beer. I'm going to stick that box under the tree. A friend, one of the moms from Scouts from years ago, her son was troop guide when my kid joined. That box is fabulous. It's TROEGS, Independent Brewing, and you have to order it from them and have it shipped to you. And her brother every year, ale brewed with honey and cherries once a year. They only have it out for Christmas. And they sell out quickly. So her brother gets her 2 cases of it for Christmas every year. And I've already told her I want the boxes again for this year. I used to. I did a lot. There's used to be a group called Young People's Theater Workshop at a theater near me. Oh, Maria, honey, you have not heard the Queen? Oh, the Queen was something else. But anyway, I got a lot of theater training because there wasn't anything in the schools. They started it in 1978, and I was in it all through the 80s, and so they actually trained kids. I mean, like really trained them. We had dance classes, we had makeup, we had how to build sets, we had props, how to paint sets, everything you could imagine. And it was nice that they actually had the techie stuff too, because that's where a lot of groups have folded yes, the box is where you were sleeping. A lot of the community theaters I've known have folded when they don't have enough people that know how to do the tech stuff. Actors and singers are a dime a dozen, but knowing somebody who can do the tech, that's a whole other challenge. Where is a video with the Queen? She hasn't been here in a long while. Okay, here we go. So, the Queen. This is from my birthday last year. She's something else. Here we go. Here's the link. She started off as a joke for Halloween, on the Halloween sale on Trisha's channel. And Trisha's channel is, the brain's just not working. Why am I not? Sandy and Otto. That was Trisha's channel. And so it started off as a joke for Halloween. Well, now it's kind of a shtick. So, it went over so well. It was like, well, we can't not have it. We can't not have it on my own channel. So the Queen had to come for a visit on my channel. But she, yeah. And then she was invited back for Halloween last year. Again on Sandy and Otto, and I'm looking right now to see if I can find the link for I'm back up so far to December for Trisha, because she had me, and she is always one of the characters from Clue. And I can't remember which character it is, having never played Clue anyway. Okay, August. Where's the one? September. There's October 8th. That's not it. First. Oh, that's when I had green hair. I think the Queen's in there. I'm pretty sure Her Majesty's in this one. Let's see if I can find her. Okay. So 1.4241. Okay, so four, 2, 4, 1. So that 14241 is the timestamp of when she shows up. In this is that link there. That's Sandy and Otto's from last Halloween. So, so yes, I have to make sure she comes out and have the Queen at my birthday party. The accent was tough to nail down because the accent was spot on the first time I did it. And then to try to recapture that was so hard because she's a combination of like Dame Edna and Hyacinth Bouquet from Keeping Up Appearances. And I have to go watch videos of the two of them in order to kind of get that accent, because she's got the hair and she's got the crown. And she's very regal because that crown is actually real from like the 30s and quite heavy. And so she has to keep her back straight, and that ain't happening tonight. And she just loves all you little people. Oh, she loves to come visit with Nancy. There's not much space here for me when I come to visit, but I do like to come now and then. So there's your little bit of a hint. Now imagine that with like this wig that's all curls and this tiara crown. Well, tiaras, I mean, it's real and it's heavy and it's from the 1930s. It's got rhinestones in it that are like that big, and there's like, it's all in the shape of stars. It is fit for a fairy queen, and I've actually rented it out twice for on stage for the fairy queen. And so she will be here. The Queen will be visiting for my birthday when I turn 58 on the 27th of October. So the 26th is that Thursday. And so since it's a sale night and it's, once it hits midnight, it's my birthday that night. So the Queen will be here visiting for that. And I haven't heard from Trisha. I don't know if I'll be on Trisha's Halloween thing. Because that gets kind of fun because my birthday's right then, but then usually the Halloween sale is that same weekend. So I end up with a lot of the Queen to do. So it is an absolute riot. Absolute riot. Tammy, I see you snuck in there. How are you, darling? Yeah, I mean, go watch either one of those two videos and you'll see it was a lot of fun being on Trisha's. Her Halloween, they always play a game of Clue. I had to figure out some games for my birthday. I did have fun filming that one that I showed the 1940s logos from that one book. And so that's that book I have to get listed on eBay this weekend. But you put it in your calendar. Well, I don't blame you. It should be a fun night. Those who are, I have memberships on my channel. If you are the $1.99 a month, you get a shout out and you get these little owl emojis. So that's Marilyn has those. And Nora is a Fairy Realm member. Now, if you're part of the Fairy Realm, you get drop sales first. You get drop sales for 24 hours before they go live to everybody else. And there are some videos that are, and occasionally a live, that is just for the Fairy Realm members, which right now is usually me and Nora just talking to each other. So, and I meant what I said in my email, Tammy. I know what it's like. Not a problem. Right now, I'm trying to help take care of a friend's mother too. Yeah, those are so funny. And in my computer, like they all had names. I had to give them all names, and I don't know if they actually do they have names if I put the cursor over them. Because one of them I called OCD Owl. Let's see, the one. So these are my night owls. And then the little purple one is the morning owl. The little one with the red head is the OCD owl. And then the one waving its arms is Loopy Owl. Because it's so funny. It's like when you pick out the emojis, you have to like name them. So they all have names. You guys may not see that they have names, but they all have names. So, oh my goodness. So I do have memberships. But I only have those 2 levels. And I also have super chat and super stickers, which is why you see at the bottom of the chat, you see a little $, which are for super chat and super stickers. Oh, and look, it also says membership and membership gifting. What is that? You can tell I've never done this and looked at them myself before. I do have merch at TeePublic, which I put the link for that up way in the top of the chat at the beginning. So that doesn't make me a whole lot. That makes about $4 a thing. But usually in the descriptions, which I didn't get a chance to write for this video, there's also a thing for buy me a tea. There's an Amazon wish list for the kittens if you want to help with the 5 rescues. But there's also under the buy me a tea, they actually have wish lists on there, and I have 2. One is to get a Home Depot card because I use that money on trying to do what repairs I can do on the house, because it's from 1911 and 1935, and all the 1935 stuff is crap. So, and Mike broke my railing. So it's gonna be, when I get to it, that's gonna be a whole other job. It's not his fault. Arwen had been he didn't turn the hall light on, and Arwen had started sleeping on the staircase. Luckily, it was at the bottom of the staircase. He stepped on her, he fell, and so the railings come like this, but where it meets the part where the balustrade is at the bottom, there's always some join where that curve piece is. That join is now separated, and it's not tight. So luckily it didn't break. Now, this isn't old enough. That part of the house is 1911. It's old enough that it has wooden pegs that basically stick into each piece. So the pegs didn't break, but the glue bond did. So now you got to watch. Put your hand on it and it moves. You can pinch your hand. So Mike's okay. Arwen is still afraid of him. This was 2 weeks ago now. Now, a week and a half or close to 2 weeks. I don't think it's full 2 weeks yet, but close. And she still gets very leery of getting too close to him because of it. So, but she has learned, don't sleep on the staircase, which honestly, in my time growing up in this house, we've had 2 dogs that tried to do that. And now Arwen makes the second cat that has tried to do that, to sleep on the stairs. I get why, because where they always seem to pick about 5 steps up. Well, if they're 5 steps up, they're level with the side windows on either side of the front door. They can look out the window. But they get used to laying their door in the day, so then at night they want to lay there, and that's a whole other problem because then you can't see them. At least you could see Cosette when he tried to do it because he was mostly all white and had fur like a walking throw rug. But she's gray. She disappears in the shadows. And Bridget used to do it, and Bridget was an all-black Lhasa Poo. And so it was trouble because in the dim light, you just don't see them. So I had a suggestion given to me that, Jen, I hear you. Where are you? Gimli's behind me somewhere. Don't you attack the bubble wrap that's next to me. I know when Jen from Antiques from Karen, when they were trying to get together to build the shed for the house they were moving to, with all the stuff they still had to sell. And I saw it. I saw the notice on Facebook. Her house has sold. Her house has finally sold. So I think that means both houses, her mother's and hers, have now sold. So it's fantastic. So she'll be back. Hello, Linda. She'll be back to her channel soon. Like me, she inherited a ton of stuff. The difference is that I had 3 inheritances from people that like to collect stuff. Hers was all one person, and her mother was an antiques dealer. So she was finding some amazing stuff. She still has a lot of it. But anyway, her boyfriend had figured out for the super chats how much money it cost. Like, how many super chats would it take to pay for a 2x4? And I had somebody suggest to me a couple days ago, since I need a new roof, how many shingles, roofing shingles, would a $5 super chat get me? Like, it's not a bad idea. But I haven't figured out how to figure out that math yet. So the things you think of, you know. So Linda has joined us. Hello. So where were we? We were going to go into this box. Now, some of this stuff, it may end up on eBay if it doesn't sell here. I don't know. This intrigued me because, so you've got this great yarn, but you've only got one long, man, I miss this kind. I used to have long ones like this, but they were plastic and it broke. And there's only one of these. I need a pair because they broke. Yeah, this is size 10.5. Yep. I used to, for years, even as a teenager, I would take leftover yarn from my grandmother. She had so much yarn. And I would knit during the summer. And I used to do this in the early days of going to summer camp. I would take the bus ride up to New York with the boys, and I would sit and knit in the bus on the whole way up, and I would knit at camp, and I would make scarves. And then I'd donate them to the homeless shelter downtown. And I did that for a long time. And I had this nice, I think this is actually a little bigger because I'm pretty sure mine were a 10 and this says 10.5. But I would knit scarves and during the summer, and then I'd have about a dozen scarves to donate in the fall. And so, but they broke one year because they were only plastic and they finally gave up the ghost. But this one, there was only one in there. So as far as I'm concerned, only having one, that's a plant stake. But this is Baby Zephyr, really sweet, fine yarn moth-proof, washable, Bear brand. Don't see a year on it. Made in the USA. Imported all virgin wool. Now somebody had started something, and you'll get the two little thin knitting needles with it. These are size 3. All this comes together. So right out of the box, you're getting this wonderful little thing. I don't have insurance to cover anything, so I'm in trouble for my roof. Yeah, I don't have homeowners. When you got to the point I got to, you really had to look hard at what had to go. And it became a choice of car insurance or home insurance. And I needed the car to be able to get to a job. So the homeowner's insurance went. So this baby yarn. It's a nice, it's that kind of a seafoam green. And I did try to pull on a little bit of this. It didn't snap or anything. So the yarn's still good. So baby Zephyr yarn, you got a skein. You also got 2 knitting needles coming with it. We're going to make this $3 because yarn is, so much more than that. $3, and it's number 73. $3, number 73. Yeah, our house has a lot of problems with that roof. It is going to be pricey. Because I just turned my trash bag upside down. That's no fun. Because it leaks like a sieve at one spot. It's really bad. And it wasn't that I wasn't working at that point. It's like at that point I was still trying to find somebody to hire me, because once you're over 50 and you're downsized out of a job, it got real hard to find another one. Yeah, see, Linda, that's why I was like, I have to have car insurance. I have to. So I had to make that choice. It was a tough choice. And then finally Wawa hired me. But at that point, then I came in at entry-level position. I had been manager of stores, and I couldn't get a job to save my life. And even at Wawa, I was the second choice. And I was with Wawa for 6 years. So got up to where I was making decent money, and then we had the lockdown. I was an essential worker, but then I hurt my back. So I know that when they do our roof, Michael already found one flat spot had a tin roof under it, which he tore out. Because when he was up there and redid that flat spot, he replaced some of the rotting wood and redid it, but there's a leak higher up somewhere, and that's the one that's really bad. Now, he was able to fix some of the smaller leaks, but the worst one is still up there. So I have to start calling on Monday. We've looked up a couple of people that are local and checked with some of read their online references that they have posted. There were some we just looked at and went no, because they don't even have references, and they don't state that they have their own insurance. So that's a no. Don't even. So we're going to try to at least see about getting somebody to take the trumpet vine off the roof, see if there's let them crawl around up there to see if they can see why it's leaking in my room, because that was a sudden leak that popped up. So I think, and there's 2 pieces of tree limb that are on the fence line with the neighbor's house that I think one of them may have punctured the roof, but it's not at a spot where Mike will go near. And I'm not sure I can get back in and out the window without help. And we just haven't had a good day with good weather when we both could go out there. So he could help me climb around up there. So, because I used to climb around on the roof and clean all the gutters. Well, most of them. Not the ones over there where it's a 28-foot drop, because that's straight down. I wouldn't go over there. Luckily on this house, what's the saving grace is there's no mortgage here. It got paid off when I was 16, I think. But it got paid off when I was a kid. So, well, I don't know if there'd be any interest in these or if these should go on to eBay. They are in the original box from Marshall Fields. I'm scared of heights too, so I don't usually stand up on that roof. I just crawl. Now, outside the third floor landing is a flat spot, and I'll walk around on that. But when it goes to get to the higher peaks, the 1911s, I don't. Yeah, they should help pay, but he didn't. His tree, there's a video of it broke my house. That pin oak dropped a big enough limb that it actually broke my kitchen porch. The actual supports for the kitchen roof are like this. It snapped them. And he said he'd make it right, but he didn't. You know, he got the limb off of my house, but he didn't do anything. And his basically his homeowner's insurance said no, hers should do it. And he's like, yeah, but she doesn't have any. And they're like, well, that's not your problem. It is if another limb comes down, because there's one that goes the entire width of our house. That's a real big limb. And I put it in writing and had it notarized and delivered to him that if that one breaks and damages my house, he had it in writing, and then I can say, look, tough luck, and sue his homeowners. Yeah, I'm not willing to go near the vines because, so the part I'm in, the main house goes this way and the 1935 part comes out the back. I'm in that. There's an archway back here above my head, which actually you can just see the corner of it right there. That's originally a brick wall where the house stopped. And it's a big archway now up and over. I'm in a tiny little part of the living room that's 1935, and then there's a porch past me. But over here is the one spot in the house, other than on that side of the house, where it's a straight drop. But the roof up there, the roof right above this section, is a very steep roof. And all the stuff on that side, that's got the trumpet vine, and it's starting to leak in Mike's room. We're seeing little spots of water. So we think the trumpet vine has actually destroyed the roof. So we want to get somebody to look at it, clear all the trumpet vine, clean all the gutters for us. Mike's willing to take care of paying for it. Because like he said, that's tearing apart his room. So as far as he's concerned, that's his part of the house. So I'm like, okay, go for it. But I have to make the calls and get estimates. And we think we found 3 possibilities, because if you look up roofing places, a lot of them don't do roof repair. And we need somebody who does roof repair, because otherwise, we looked at getting a metal roof on, and that fell through because they said, oh, if we find any rot, we can't put the roof on because metal roofs are heavier and we don't do roof repair. So out of going through 12 names, out of 12 roofing places we looked up and found that were local, only 5 of them did repair work as well. So those 5 are going to get a call and see what's the best estimate to just come and clear those vines off and see about patching what they can, and then what would be the estimate to do the entire roof. And there are 2 spots on this house that if you look up, you can still see from that black and white picture I use, that you can see the roof is wood shingle, and there's a little spot up here, and then underneath the front porch roof, you can still see where there's still wood shingles underneath because nobody ever took them off. They just laid a roof right on top of them. And in my lifetime, there have been 2 roofs on this thing, and they did the same thing. They just put it on right over top. So I'm guessing that these would have been, ladies, I can't, silk. Oh yeah, it is. It's silk. From Glentex is the company. So I'm guessing these would have been, remember in the 60s, they had the scarves. You know, you'd have the little scarves for women, usually tied in a knot and off to the side. And then in the 80s, they came back for a little bit. So there's this one. There's this one, which has a buttonhole. So it would go around your neck and the button would go through there. So that one would just go around once. And then there's another long one. This is another silk one made by Glentex. So we have 3 of these. 2 are the long ones that are silk by Glentex. And then there's that other smaller one. You know, if you have long hair, these would make kind of cool little bows for your hair. I don't see a label on this one, but it feels like silk. It's what they call natural silk because it has the ridges to it, but it does have that feel. So you have all 3 of those. They are in the box they came in from Marshall Fields Company. A gift from Marshall Fields is on the label. It's on the box. Sadly, there's no date other than October 12th. There's no year on this. So it doesn't even say a price, just number of pieces, what the section number is, what its item number was, who the salesperson's code number. So, So basically they're silk ties for women. No idea, but they are nice vintage silk. So how about $5, number 36? Oh wait, we used 36. That's in the wrong pile. Number 20. $5, number 20 for the silk ties. I've looked for the grants, but a lot of the grants I'm too young for. I'd have to be over 60. And I'm like, I got 2 years to that. Well, and come October, I'll have 2 years to that. So I've run into a problem trying to get the grants in Pennsylvania because you have to be 60 or older. You have to be the homeowner. That's no problem. Got that. The roof that's up there has to be at least 10 years old. That roof's from the 90s. Check. Got that. Oh, Marcy wants the silk. Thank you, Marcy. So we'll take that number out of commission and we will put these up here. And did I? I did not. Look, because this sold. This should be up here too. Now, let's see. Now this, I've seen these. I've seen the pattern at one sale a long time ago. I sold the booklet that told you how to make these because you have to crochet them a special way. I never expected to find one. Oh, you're going to be in 60 in December? Sweetie, I got siblings older than you. Phyllis is 70. She's going to be 70. So I'm going to be 58. She's going to be 72 on the day after Christmas. So, and Steve already passed away. He was 16 years older than me. So, oh, you're from 1963 and I'm from 1965. Good night, Marcy. So, this one, it looks like it's got a little dust to it, but I'm afraid to wash it because I'm afraid that's all starch holding it up. So I will leave that to the buyer because I'm serious. I think this would be really impressive to have a pedestal dish of some kind right in the center for a holiday. And then, then you could put in that like Christmas balls or, bunny rabbits for Easter or something. So I will let somebody else play with the starch to give it a little OxyClean soak and wash. There's one lone spot right here where there's an errant little thread, which I think should have been wrapped around. And because that looks like it's wrapped around, and then it probably just came loose. So I will leave that to the person. So this is gonna be, because I know these things are, yeah. This is going to be $5 and it's number 62. That's a lot of handcraft. And I'll tell you something. These are the tightest little stitches I've ever seen. Now I get that some of it's pulled together with having starch on it, but that is the tightest little chain stitch I have ever seen. And I see Maria. Thank you, Maria. That is just impressive. See, I don't know how to do any of this, and I inherited. At some point, we're going to find crochet hooks, and because right now we've only been finding the old booklets that taught you how to make this stuff. But at some point, we're going to find the old crocheting thread and all that. Matter of fact, I think there's still a bag with some crochet thread right next to me. Yeah, that's still here. That didn't sell. So this was in a previous sale a couple of weeks ago, and it's still here. Now, this may look like nothing. This is somebody's handmade little bag. It's what's inside. So inside you have vintage yarns. Now this is, the brand is Kentucky Yarn. And it's a visco rayon. So you have that. Oh, cool. Now this one, I can't get them all out of here because this is why I was selling them like with the bag, because there's a lot of tangling going on. Now this one looks like something got to a few spots right here, but this is also thick. This is an old Aunt Lydia's label. That's a real old Aunt Lydia's label. Heavy rug yarn, 50% rayon, 50% cotton. But all these strands you see that it's attached to that are tangled are all crochet threads. You have a standard blue. Tucked inside, you have a 6 cord mercerized cotton of variegated blue. And there's another variegated blue. Lily is the company. Then there is this dark blue one. And then this has a lot on it. There's a lot of this one, of this kind of a salmon pink. And then there's a little one. This is pretty. It looks more orange than it is from what I'm looking at on my phone, but it is a light orange and tan variegated. And then this one is light pink, light green, light blue, light lavender, all those Easter colors. So if you know how to do lace making, tatting, if you don't want the bag, that's okay. I could put it in something else. But all those yarns and the 2 yarns and the crocheting and tatting threads, you can have it all for $5. Because I haven't gotten around to listing it. I'm going to list it for more than that, but you can have it all for $5. And it's number 78. $5, number 78. And you could have all that wonderful thread. I like those colors, and I've not seen. It's funny how you can tell, because I used to have to do my mother's research. My mother was a professional costumer. And sometimes you can look at stuff and tell from the dye colors when they were from. And looking at those dye colors, I'm betting these dyes are probably, of those threads, are probably from sometime pre-1950, or at least pre-mid-50s. Because they very much are looking like the vegetable dyes. So you would get all that wonderful tatting thread. Now let's see what else is in here. So look, here's knitted. Here's little things. You have a yellow and green, and then you have this one. I love these colors. Sometimes having just a little black in something really, really, really makes it pop. So you can have these, either use them as little pot holders. They probably were more meant to be little hot pads for sticking a casserole dish on the table. This one's really pretty. I do really like that, because I think that black just makes those colors pop. So the 2 vintage hot pads. Why did I just write hot? 2 hot. So these are really pretty and really in. Now this one is a little piece up here that you can see where the knot is right there. So you'd have to work that back in, probably with a tiny little crochet hook. This one looks good. So, I mean, handicrafted stuff, and there's a lot of people don't know how to do this anymore. There are some people that I noticed on my local Facebook marketplace. There's somebody who is actually, she teaches a class on knitting socks, knitting sweaters, knitting scarves. Her beginner's class teaches you just straight up scarves. And then you graduate to socks. And then her advanced class is sweaters, both cardigans and pullovers. And that's what she's doing now. She's retired at age 58. She's my age in her little bio. And that's what she does. She teaches classes whenever she feels like having to do it, and advertises them on Facebook Marketplace. Her advanced class for sweaters sounds amazing, because this year's theme for the sweaters is animals. She has patterns for Scotty dogs, swans, She had 4 things. Scotty dogs, swans, reindeers, and something else. And those were the animals you were going to learn how to knit into a sweater. I was like, wow, she's got it. She can work when she feels like she needs to. They weren't inexpensive. And her basic class was already sold out. She does 6 people at a time for each class, and her basic one was already full. She'd posted it 3 days before. Wow. Because I did think about the basic one. So the hot pads are $5 each, and they are number 55. I do that for those of you who have not been here before and are noticing that Nancy just kind of like is like a puppy going, oh, squirrel. And I'm very much train of thought, some nights more than others. Tonight is one of those nights. It honestly, I swear you can tell when I haven't had a nap on a Thursday before I've done a live sale. And you know, I just realized, there it is. We got past midnight. I should have taken this at midnight. They put me on high blood pressure medication. I had all these heart tests. And they cannot figure out why I have high blood pressure. I think it's just stress. But other than having slightly, like, not considered high cholesterol, I haven't hit that number, but I'm up close to it. Other than that, everything for the heart test came flying colors. I even managed to do a run on a treadmill. They loved it. Everything was nice and clear and no problem. So either the hernias are doing something to me or... okay. But I forgot to take that. Chicken Run? Is she really? I haven't seen... I think we still have the VHS of Chicken Run. I haven't seen that in ages, but okay, now how do I do this? Look what we got. You never ever find these. These are vintage boxes. Got both halves because it's pointless just having the lid. You know, you don't find these very often anymore. And when you do, they don't have decent pictures. This has a beautiful picture on it. I don't know what year. There's more than that. Let me see here. What's the other one? Okay, so this is the one of the other ones. Santa. That's a huge wide tree. All that tinsel. Heck no, I hate tinsel. God, my mother used to have it on every tree. I hated it. Stuff was a nightmare to get rid of. So they have that one too. And then you have this one. So I'm guessing that these two might be older, though. No, they're not the same shade of green as the bigger ones. Oh yeah, it's not good for cats, not good for dogs. Do I have any more? These were what were holding in all that tissue paper. So no, I just have these. So usually I hang on to the Christmas stuff, but these were in the box. So let's say 2 medium boxes. And then there's 2 large boxes. I have no idea what to do with these. What do we find out? Because I haven't looked any of these up. It would help if I spelt Christmas right. Christmas. What is Christmas? Christmas boxes. Yeah, that doesn't work out well when you're trying to say vintage Christmas boxes. You're kidding. Really? Ooh, I remember that stuff. Wow. Okay. Where's the rest of them? Those can't be the only ones. Oh, there's one. That's a small one. Oh, no, that's just a Christmas card of a Christmas box. I want Christmas boxes. Why is that one $25? Jesus, Mary and Joseph. Wow. When you can find these in here, the prices are like crazy. Um, let's see if we can shorten this up to like gift wrapping. That one's 16, but that's a Santa. Again, that one's 18, but that's a Santa. I am not charging you $18 for these. 13, 10. Surprising. Yeah, all the Santa ones are kind of up there. So, all right, what are you guys doing? Yeah, the bottoms are plain. Um, so the two, I think these are older because this kind of has like 1980s Lisa Frank vibes to me. I think these are newer. I mean, that just the graphic just is like 70s or 80s to me, so I'm just going to say they're newer. But these guys are definitely older. You have that one and you've got that one. And I was, yeah, the ones with Santa are like crazy. This one has Happy Holidays and a French horn and the Santa. Because the cool part of these kind of boxes is that these you can actually like put them together as a box and then stand them up as a backdrop to other little things to decorate with in front of them, especially that one. I mean, you could put little vintage snowmen and reindeer and stuff in front of this one and have that one sitting up. That would be really cool. So we're going to take the two small ones. The two small ones, since it's Santa, and geez, can't believe that. I want to be nice to you guys, but at the same time, I was looking at those prices and uh, okay. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make these two $8 for the two vintage ones, and one of them's that awesome Santa. So $8, number 74 for the two older vintage ones. So that's the price for those. $8, number 74. And then the two larger ones, which I really think, I mean, those colors, they are identical. Those colors just don't seem all that vintage to me. Like the ink colors aren't right. The style is just, at the earliest, I honestly think these are like late 60s into the 70s. It does have that Lisa Frank kind of look. So for these two bigger ones, they would be $5, number 45, if I can get it to come up there. $5, number 45. So Lisa Frank. And as usual, for those who are watching the playback, anything that I have in a live sale, you have 1 week from that's why I started putting the actual numeric date on the titles for the sales. One, so it's easier for me to find them, but mostly because I give everybody 1 week that if you're watching it on the replay to claim anything that did not sell. And that way, then after that, all bets are off. I don't know if you'll see it again. It might end up donated. It might end up on eBay. We don't know. All right. What else do we got hiding in here? That's all the tissue paper. What is this? I don't know what that is. That's in a box. Oh, okay. Oh, look at the cover of this. Very 1930s. Look at those graphics. Beautiful Cakes Cake Decorator. Look at all this lovely graphics. This is very 1930s. Aluminum cake decorator set. Wow. I know exactly what this is going to be. Oh, there's two. Oh, because one's got a bigger hole, one's got a smaller hole. And there's 1, 2. Now these make straight little thin tubes. There's your one for making leaves. And then there's different. Wow, that one's going to be tiny. There's different sizes of that starburst. Though, I wonder if something happened to this one because it looks a little dented. Nope, can't get it to go in, but that one's a little dented. So, you've got all that in there. The interesting part about this box is that this is a store display box, I think, because this is not ripped. This is actually perforated so that this part could stand up. Convenient for filling cream puffs, eclairs, celery. I never would have thought of doing that. Remember the days of putting cream cheese in the celery? God, that used to be my job. I hated celery. Never thought to do it with one of these. Wow. Made in the USA. They have recipes on the back for plain icing, butter icing, cream icing. Got a bunch of helpful hints. But what great graphics. That is so cool. Very early. I would bet that this is very much like late 30s graphics. So let's see. Vintage cake decorator. That's the original box. I've sold those before on eBay. They're They're nice. That's such an awesome box. So that is $8. $8, number 83 for the vintage cake decorator set. $8, number 83. You know, if no one claims that, you know that's heading for eBay. Okay, so, oh, I love this. It can't be a CD because that's not the right shape. Does anybody still do books on tape? I'm hoping to find a, I keep watching anytime I'm in Goodwill for a boombox, a CD player with cassette deck on it, because I still have a lot of cassette tapes. So this has 2 cassettes in there of Garrison Keillor, The Family Radio. It's from a Prairie Home Companion. God, I loved listening to that. So it's got the ads for powder milk biscuits. It's basically looks like it's a whole it's got 2 audio cassettes, and it looks like it's got a whole show with news from Lake Wobegon. So it's got everything in there. Dave's harmonica, the porch swing. It's got 3 different things. No, I take that back. 4 different ones that say news from Lake Wobegon. The Whippets rag, that would be music. That'd be an old ragtime music. So it's 2 cassettes. So it's a Prairie Home Companion, and it seems like it's possibly 2 full shows from the Prairie Home Companion. Garrison Keillor. And this will make $4. I didn't use this number yet. My cards fell over. Nope. $4, number 42. $4, number 42 for the 2 audio cassettes from Garrison Keillor, from the Family Radio, from a Prairie Home Companion. That's cool. There is a first little golden book in here, which I'm wondering the year. This is renewed, copyright 1950, renewed 1978. But what gets me is, I don't see any little letter in there. It has a sticker on the front, says new for toddlers. First little golden books. So I don't know if they redid them in 1978 to start making this. Look at how small it is. It's a little bitty square. The Happy Man and His Dump Truck. So I don't know if 1978 was when they started making the first little golden books, which were the little smaller size for toddlers. That's just teeny. Wonder if I could find out the year, if that's the. Oh, wow. Yeah, it was their first year. And some of the ones from that first year are $10. And this is one of them. Okay, well, so the Happy Man and His Dump Truck. Well, I'm not selling it to you guys for 10. How about we do, because this is what I tend to do. If it's I'll do it for $5 for you guys. And it's number 10. And that way, if you choose to resell it, you're still making something on it. I do like the old dump truck. It is very much an older dump truck. So that's cool. So it is $5, number 10. Roman. Okay, Roman, that'll be yours. Glad you're still here. Now, what else do we have? What is this? Christmas cookie cutters. Let's see if that's what's actually in the box. Oh my God, they're my kind of cookie cutters. Oh, you guys, I'm sorry, you're not getting this. You're just not. I love you, but you're not getting this. What is this one? What is this? Is that a turkey? That's a turkey. Is that a turkey? I can't tell. I think that's a turkey. So I collect this kind. And it's the original box. Oh my goodness. I don't have her. My one of this is broken because mine has no handle. Oh, it says Merry Christmas. I don't have that. I don't have him either. Look at the Santa. I don't have him. I do have this. I have this one. And let me tell you, those antlers are a bugger. Oh, I love you, but you can't have it. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I love you all, but you can't have it. It's mine. It's mine. I don't. Bells. I don't have bells either. I do have this. I do have the tree. I do have the tree. So this is what they came from? Except this weird one. Are you meant to be in there? I've never seen a turkey. Oh, now I want 107. No, Maria, no. You can't have it. So they've got recipes inside, but these are some of our 107 different cookie cutters. Educational Products Company, Hope, New Jersey. And let me tell you, I so want to find some of these now. Okay, here's why. There's some holiday ones in here I've never seen. Because I've never, other than Hallmark putting them out at one point in the 70s, I've never seen St. Patrick's Day cookie cutters. And they had a shamrock. Oak leaf, maple leaf, elm leaf. They have a prince, a princess. The leaves would be nice. But they have a shamrock. They've got a whole list of Santa, Christmas bells, Christmas tree, Christmas candle. There's no Christmas candle in that box. So they have Christmas candles. It says Educational Products Company. Now, let me see if these are marked. Do they have a mark anywhere that says? No. Oh, wait, no, wait. Okay, so you're not going to be able to see it, but there's a little tiny, you can just see something over my finger. That's a king's crown, and then underneath that says Made in the USA. That's all That one has. What about this one? Same thing. It doesn't have a maker's name. It just has that crown. Yep, they've all got it. They've got a crown and made in USA. And they were made by the Educational Products Company. But 107. 107. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Hey, Lorianne. They have a Scotty dog. They have a Katy cat. Louis the lamb. Okay. Gregory the goat. Ronald the rabbit. They have a choo-choo, a rocking horse, a dog carriage, a cowboy. Show me where your Halloween stuff is. A nativity set of 8 cookie cutters. Poinsettia, Christmas tree candy cane, Muffin Man, Rain, Rain, Go Away. How would you make that one a cookie cutter? Old Woman in a Shoe, Hickory Dickory Dock. Okay. But Rain, Rain, Go Away. How is that how do you make an entire nursery rhyme? A single thing like that. That one's not one I would think of. Pine Cone, that would be good for fall. Tom Turkey, which I guess is the extra one I have. A Snow Maid, don't have that. Jack and Jill. Okay, a jack-o'-lantern and a witch are on the list. A flag, a daisy. A Christmas bird. A Bronco horse. Minnehaha, Cowgirl Annie, Buffalo Bill. Oh, we're so 1950s with all that. A circus elephant, a circus camel. Douglas the duck and Donald the donkey. A pig, a fish, a rooster, a rabbit, a cow, a turkey. Happy birthday, a heart and an arrow, a heart that says I love you. Happy Easter. Toy soldier, teddy bear, circus horse, circus burro, circus clown. Kris Kringle, Johnny Cake, Big Teddy, Big Gobbler. Wow. I'm going to be looking for that jack-o'-lantern and that witch. I can tell you that right now. That and the shamrock. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Yeah, and I love these kind because I love making sugar cookies. And the sugar cookies, and I make lemon snaps, and I actually roll my lemon snaps and use these kind of cutters. I love these kind of cutters, and I collect them. And then I open this box up, and first off, it's a full box set in the original box. And half of these I don't have. And I have a broken oven. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. I need a hose replaced on my oven. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm in love with these. I ate mine. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh. Yeah, they don't quite fit right with that turkey in there, so I think he's just an extra. But, oh, they are wonderful. Actually, just noticed something. There are slits. I thought they were slits through to the bottom of the box, but the bottom of the box is fine. What is this? Oh, they should be on this somehow. Okay, so this was like a whole presentation box because you had the little slits for the handles. So there should have been 9 in here because there's 9 little slits. So, and we got Tom Turkey. There's 3. There's, yeah, we've got 10 So Turkey Boy is extra here. Oh. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hang on to these. And you know what's going to happen? I'm going to have to go through, it ain't going to happen this weekend. I'm going to have to go through my collection because they're all in the baking cabinet. Yes, in our kitchen growing up, there is one cabinet that's just all the stuff for baking. And that's the, and there's no there's no maker's information on the box at all. And what I'll do is anything I have an extra of, when we get to me having a Christmas sale, I'll put them in my Christmas sale. But I'm going to be searching for those Halloween ones. I don't honestly think I have. I know I have a Girl Scout one, a plastic one similar to that, and the skirt says brownie, so it's for Brownie Scouts. But I don't think I have anything Halloween. I have the Hallmark leprechauns from the 70s, and those aren't clear plastic. Those are solid plastic, which I don't like them as much because these older ones that are the plastic you can see through, the better part of them is the fact that you can see then if your cookie is getting stuck in the thing, and you don't get that suction, because the problem with some of the ones they made in the 70s with the solid color plastics is there's no air holes. So the stuff kind of just sticks in there and there's no way. Whereas if these get stuck in there, you know what you do? You hold it up very carefully and you put your mouth by the handle and you blow real hard and you can pop it right back out of there because it just doesn't. Like I said, I've baked with them since I was a little kid and I love them. So, and honestly, like when things were getting divided in the house, I went right for that bag and went, mine, especially since I'd been buying them when I would see them. Not only are they ones that I had inherited and ones that we grew up with that Mom had, but I actually added to it. So they were mine. All right. Oh, wow. How old do you suppose this is? Early kitchen gadget. It's got all the measuring on the side. Oh my goodness. They're from 1960? Oh, that's cool. This is interesting. Okay, let's start with the glass. Nice. Well, I wish we had Scott from Old Curiosity Shop. Look at the ribbing on that. That's nice. Okay, no chips or cracks. Yeah, I'm not feeling, everything's nice and smooth. I would expect there to be chips on the edge, but there's not. But there's no, I'm not seeing a maker's mark anywhere. Needs a bath. So it has measurements from 1/3 of a cup to 2 cups on this side. And on this side has 1/4 cup to 2 cups. But this side also has ounces with it. You know, that ridge stuff is really kind of like 20s and 30s. This is really intriguing me because, like, this is tin. This center part seems to be steel, but the beaters seem to be tin as well. Oh, check this out. So this part and this part are stationary. These are what move, and they're actually attached. You see they're attached to those two pieces, and they actually just go inside one another. That's some seriously figured out engineering. So what do you say on your handle? A and somebody. I think it says A and J. Made in U.S. America. Patented October 9th, 1923. They tell you. Ribbed glass, 20s and 30s. 1923. I don't even know what to call that. I don't even know how to price that. Yeah, I mean, that's the cool part about this tin lid. You could see the hammer work. You really see it on this side because it still has some of the silver. This side needs a bath. Very dusty. But yeah, there's a little bit of texturing to it. The handle cracks me up because this is the handle. It's a spring, but it rotates. Whole thing is all metal everywhere. That is just really, really cool. And I have no idea, how do we price that? What do we even call it? Oh, 1923 mixer measuring cup? No, that didn't work. Oh, what do we take? Okay. Um, oh my goodness, somebody made a uranium glass one. I just found them. Okay, A&G kitchen hand egg beater mixer. All right, let's see if I can tidy my thing up. So it's A&J. Let's try that. Wow, they did a lot of different variants. Oh, that's why I'm not finding. It was still looking in the gift wrap category. Duh. Wow, there's uranium glass ones of different shapes. There's a lot of them that are just a single that doesn't have a lid. It's just the handle and the mixer. Um, okay, where is, because this actually has its measuring cup with it. Wow, that one's got a 4-cup one, but that's uranium glass. They got $80 for that with the uranium glass. For that big for one this size uranium glass, it's 2-cup uranium glass. That's $69.99. That's a sold comp. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for because I'm seeing like prices without the bowl, but I have the bowl. Yeah. So there's one. Bowl doesn't quite match this that has the bowl, but that's a 4-cup, so that one's still way higher. Okay, so guys, I pulled it out of the box. I'm gonna offer it to you, and I'm seeing like 25, and for the clear one, okay, so It fits. The problem is that it just fits because those beaters are sitting on the bottom of the glass. But this matches this little indent. It matches this exactly. But I think it's still a problem because there's still just a little bit of wiggle. But it does go completely around. And these are flat. I could see a tiny bit of scratching in there, which would be from the bottoms. So it's not perfectly tight. It just sits there, but you can see a little bit of scratching underneath where the beaters do actually hit it. Because what's hitting the bottom is this flat piece right here. You can see right in the very center. The beaters themselves aren't hitting the glass, but this is sitting on the bottom. But that part doesn't move. So yeah, it's you're holding it down. So what's there? So it does go all the way to the bottom, but it's not the beaters, it's the part that they're attached to. So it's not, I don't think it's a marriage. I think it is together. And it is definitely the early ribbed. So this would be the A&J. I love how a lot of the things are calling it an egg beater cup. If it's an egg beater, why do you have all those measurements? But I could see it would keep all the mess nice and neat. So this is going to be $20. Cheaper than what they're on eBay, but at the same time, fair to everybody, to me and to you guys. And think about it. How many shingles can I get on my roof for 20 bucks? How many feet of cleaning a gutter do you think that guy would get for 20 bucks? Maybe 3 feet? Considering he needs a ladder that can go up 32 feet. So $20 for this wonderful surprise egg beater find in great condition. I mean, like I said, the metals, the tin is showing its age. It's dusty, but there's no chips to this glass. There's no dings on the metal either. It does need a bath. You can see the tin is oxidizing a little, but I'm not seeing any rust, which is good. But it's all there. It's in fabulous shape. It's $20, number 31. $20, number 31. That's just wild. Oh my goodness. Straight out of the box. The box is about empty. Oh, that's more tissue paper. This was still in there. Oh, Tammy. Okay. I want to make sure I spell your last name right. Mike hollered at me again this week. He's like, when are you going to go get your eyes checked? I'm like, yeah. When I can find an optometrist that now takes my insurance, because my old one doesn't anymore. So let's see. These are, there's some Christmas. Oh, that's a photograph one. That's a cool photograph. Photography by Linda McDonald of Ontario, Canada. So that's an original, she's even signed it. That's an original image. That's pretty cool. So some are Christmas, some are birthday. Speaking of night owls, who's having a birthday? Tammy, that one is fabulous and it's just wonderful. And I'm so glad that it found a home because I know I would be like tempted to now, like old me would have been so tempted to keep that, but I've been working on my own head for a long time about hoarding and stuff like that. But I have a real vision for what I want my kitchen to be, and that's not going to fit with a Doctor Who kitchen. Oh, congratulations, Tammy. It's just lovely. It is just such a cool piece. So, usually with things like this, oh, here's another one that's a photograph from an artist, and it's actually got the signature of the artist. That's gorgeous. Usually when I get card packs like this, they're all used cards for the ephemera value. Usually I separate Christmas from birthday. You know, I'll have all the other occasions, but I'll separate Christmas out. But it doesn't look like there's that much Christmas. That's cool looking, but it doesn't say anything. I think somebody just drew that image. Isn't that cool? That is very cool. How many cards are here? There's a lot of cards here. So I don't know how many cards that is. There's a few in the beginning. From being in the box, they got bent a little bit. But there's a few that are Christmas in the beginning. And then it starts going into like a lot of birthday ones, a lot of different occasions. I've sold packs of cards before, usually like 15 used cards at a time for ephemera. I'm not even going to count these. We're not even going to worry about it. You're going to get the deal of the night for crafting and journaling. I like the sparklies on that one. You get all of it. Look, you could do something with that one for 4th of July, sailboats. So you're getting it all. You're getting them all. The whole stack. And let's see. Been a while since I've done some of these. I don't want to overdo it. Some things like this I should like know, but like I said, my brain's not working. My brain's just not working on all cylinders today. I think it's because I've pushed so hard that I've been making a point of only sleeping 6 hours a night because I've been pushing so hard to get stuff out of here this week. Especially to get through books to get them out the door. And we're in serious crunch time with helping my friend's mom to get stuff out of her place. I've been over there 4 times this week. And no, I've been there 3 times this week, and she's gonna call me tomorrow about possibly picking up more stuff. So tell you what, this will be a deal of the night. You're gonna get all that, and it's just gonna be $5. Because I don't remember. Usually I would do like 20 cards at a time for a set price, and I'm not dividing all that up. Good night, Val, honey. So you're getting all of this for $5. All of it, number 44. $5, number 44. All the cards. I don't think Marcy's here anymore because she usually is all over those. Usually all over that kind of stuff. So what's left in the box besides the tissue paper? I don't know what those are. We'll find out. Verizon wireless charger for your whatever. I wonder how old this is because that's you see that? That's kind of big. That's very big. I don't what's this thing say? Compatible with LG 8500, 8550, 8600, 8700, 9400, and 9900. Wonder how old this is and if it works. I kind of don't think this is something that would work for a sale here because I don't know that anybody's got a phone that old that this would go to. So I think we'll set that aside and that sucker we'll see if it's worth me putting on eBay. So what do we got here? We have 1945 Pilgrim Fellowship songs. So it's a little tiny hymnal. Silver moon, down in the valley, over the meadow, country husbands, country what's? Country gardens, and good old husband. Lord, I want to be a Christian, Jacob's ladder, swing low, sweet chariot. But yeah, Pilgrim Fellowship songs from 1945. I've covered my notebook. So this is going to be $2. $2, number 33, for the Pilgrim Fellowship songs. Which, I mean, they're kind of small. And you know what is cool? Is they're printed in blue ink. So if you wanted to use them for junk journaling, that'd be really kind of different because it's not your standard black ink, it's blue. So that would look kind of cool. But it's $2, number 33. And then we have Songs of Many Nations, which is printed in Philly. Okay. Department of Camps and Summer Schools. Never knew there was such a thing. Okay, so 96 pages of folk songs from all lands, rounds, sacred or secular, hymns, ageless but timely, Negro spiritual, spontaneous melodies. Excellent musical help for youth rallies, church recreation, congregational singing camps, conferences, and summer schools. So it starts off with Mornings Comes Early, which is a Slovakian folk song. Something that's Swiss, that I'm not going to try to pronounce that. As the Sun Goes Down from South Africa. A song called Old Texas. Ask the Stars, Mexican folk song. The nice part of that one is it has it in English and in Spanish. At the Gate of Heaven, which is a Spanish-American folk melody. A Welsh folk song called Ash Grove. Mill on the Rhine is Swiss. Evening Star from Denmark. I really like that it has the country of origin. of the songs for the folk songs. That's really cool. My Banjo, an Italian folk song. And then when you get to The Little Ole by Hans Christian Andersen, set the music by O. Jacobson. So when it gets into the other songs, then it doesn't always say where it's from, because it has, if it has like the author of the lyrics and the writer of the music, it'll have that. But then it has like Zum Gala Gala or Gali Gali from Palestine. And it has that in Hebrew. And then it has an approximate translation of the various Hebrew phrases underneath it. Russian folk song, chili, Creole, sweet potatoes, Creole folk song. Oh, and that's in the vernacular. That's going to be fun. Got to learn how to pronounce it all. So it's pretty cool. There's a lot of stuff. There's 96 pages to this thing. Songs of Many Nations. I love the graphic on the front. I didn't see a date on the inside. Copyrighted 1947. So it's another little book from the 40s. And you've got so many songs in here. You know, I think it was published by the same people, because that's also blue. That's also got a lot of blue ink. Must have been cheaper than the black, I guess. So that's also in blue ink. So this is Songs of Many Nations. So this one will be $2 as well. And this will be number 15. $2, number 15. Now let's see what on earth these are, because these say things. Okay. 25th something. But this one is not in English. I don't think that's Japanese. Well, no, there's Japanese underneath. I don't know what the kanji is for that one. There's a whole pile. 100% cotton, fast color. Nice red one. The orange one, I'll open it up because I can't read what it says. There's no English translation. But it has 25 in the corner. But I don't know what that, and then, oh, okay. You've got numbers in 3 of the corners. Okay, this pattern matches kind of the red one. Same thing, all cotton, fast color. So these are $1 each. If you want one, just let me know in the chat or in a comment. They're all cotton, but there's a whole bunch of them. But these are different. These are purple. These are all in a bag. Now, these all say something different on them. This says Paris accessories. See, this one, this one at least has a maker's name on it. There we go. I might keep one of these for me because he's purple. So are they all Paris accessories? No, wait a minute. What's this one? This one's also Paris accessories. Different pattern. I like that one. So there's there's that one's Paris. Wait, is that still a different pattern? Yeah, this is a different pattern. Wow. That's yet a different, but that's another Paris one. Paris Accessories Company. All cotton. This. Okay, yeah, there it is. Now this has the thing in white. This was like the first one though that I showed you, that pattern. So, oh, kanji. Kanji is the term for the actual letters in Japan. I think it's spelled with a K. But for us, the word is letters. But for them, the different strokes could be several letters together. So then it becomes a symbol for a word. So it becomes a kanji for the word. Because I think for my name, it actually, to spell it in Japanese, only it like Nancy has 5 letters in English, but in Japanese, yeah, font. Thank you. Aunt Michiko used to tell me in Japanese, Nancy would only have 3, because some of them would be consolidated, because there is a kanji for an. There's a letter that combines a and n, so it would be the letter for n, and then that combined one, and then there's a combined one for what would be the cy at the end of my name. So when you put them all together, you have 2 combination ones. So you have kanji where it's can join together. So it would take 3 kanji to actually spell my name in Japanese. So if anyone wants a random color of all cotton, made in the USA, handkerchief, neckerchief, whatever you want to use it for, they're $1 each. Let me know what ones. It'll be the random pattern, but you can get the color. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 purple. I have 2 navy blue, 1 orange, and 1 red. So you can just let me know for $1 each if you want any of them. And as I said, the only thing now left in the box is the pile of tissue paper, which I will be using to wrap things in. I will be using that for wrapping material. So that's everything out of the box. We did a lot of stuff tonight. That size is usually a neckerchief. $1 per. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it's a big deal to how you pick your kids' names for Japan. I like watching Shogo. And I don't know what's going to happen now with Abroad in Japan and Charmeleon, considering they're engaged to get married. They've just moved. I have to see the new video on what apartment they got, because they've now moved to Tokyo, which originally neither one wanted to do that because Tokyo is so expensive. But I guess they decided for business they needed to. Yeah, those are farmer size handkerchiefs. Those are like neckerchiefs, but my son uses them because he will, in the winter when you're backpacking and hiking, he'll tie it around his neck because it helps, and he tells the kids to do the same thing because it helps keep the hot air in, but they don't always want to wear a scarf. So, but then if you need it to wipe sweat off your face, you've got one. We had quite a bit that we got through tonight, and I'm not going to do a speed round because there's too much of it that didn't sell tonight. So just, I mean, honestly, if you want to see, I always have the live chat replay. If you want to see what didn't sell, just put that speed on 2. For if you go to settings, you can always change the speed on the replay and put it at like 2.0 or 1.75, whatever you're used to listening to, and you can get through it pretty quickly. But these are all the numbers of stuff that didn't sell tonight. That's an awful lot to be doing a speed round on. But I think, you know, I'm very happy. I thank you so much that Tammy, bless your heart, to buy that egg beater. That's wonderful. And most of that was the big sale of the night, because a lot of this stuff was, a lot of things were $5 and under. You're gonna see oh 9-pounder. Ooh, ouch. Though I don't know. David was 9 pounds with that big old head of his, and Mom said he was the easiest delivery she had out of the 6 of us. So, but if so, you can go through and see everything. When there's that much stuff, it's difficult to do a speed round. But we got through. I mean, look at this list. This is a very long list. I haven't had sales like that where I've had that much stuff in a long time to bring to you, because I've just been having things where I've been doing, you know, I try to pull like 15 things. We got through way more than 15 tonight. We got through more than that. And my voice so far has held out, which is surprising because we've been on for almost 4 hours now. We haven't had a long sale like this in a long while. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. A lot of new faces tonight, quite a few. Some returning faces, which I'm glad to see. Happy to see you all. And as always, if you like what you saw, by all means, hit the thumbs up. And the YouTube algorithm looks at how active your chat was. They look at the number of thumbs up you receive, of course, the number of views overall. But a lot of the stuff that they do look at, though, is they look at how active your chat is during a live. The number of thumbs up you get does matter. But it seems like the activity of the chat seems to matter more, as near as I could figure out. And how many comments you get on the video after a live is over, or any video you post, the amount of comments you get matter to the algorithm for which shows they promote. I've been doing my homework, watching some seminars of YouTube, from YouTube itself. So that's why you see everybody say, like, subscribe, you know, hit the bell, like, subscribe, thumbs up, leave a comment, because it matters. It matters for them promoting it. And surprisingly, the algorithms that show my live sales, when I go in and look at the analytics, sometimes 60% of those who have viewed my live sale have not subscribed. They're not returning subscribers. That's a lot of people not subscribed who are watching this. So please, by all means, you don't have to hit the bell. You don't have to hit like and then hit the bell notification to get all notifications if you don't want. You could leave it just on the default. But by all means, please join us and subscribe. I'd love it, because I really would love to get to 1,200 people. Can we get me 50 more people before my birthday in October? That'd be awesome. I'd be happy with 20 more people before my birthday. So have a good night, everybody. Have a good weekend. I hope it's good weather where you are, and safe and dry weather. And not on fire, as some areas are. So stay safe, everybody. And I will, or there's too many plans, both of mine and Mike's, that involve me for this weekend. So I don't think I will be doing a live, oh, excuse me, this weekend. But there will be, I hope, another drop sale. I've still got to get through all those boxes of craft supplies and books. So there will probably be a drop sale of one or the other coming out. The plan is to have it filmed so that Fairy Realm members get it on Monday and then everybody else gets it on Tuesday. So watch for that. And remember that anything from this sale is available for a week. So it's available, and that hasn't sold is available until next Tuesday. I am going to try and get better at putting a list. I keep thinking of doing it and I don't, of pinning a comment with a list of what is still available. I'm gonna try to do that. It will probably be tomorrow though, because I do need to get some sleep tonight. And so that's everything I could think of. Have a great weekend. Good night, everybody. And I will definitely see you next Thursday for live chat work with me, if I don't see you on a live before then, but I really don't think I will this week. All right. Good night, everybody.